All right, what up, YouTube? We back with another video. This time we gonna talk about Ronnie O'Neill's murder, double murder trial to be exact. Matter of fact, we ain't just gonna talk about it. I'm about to actually do a review, a reaction on the trial itself, on the opening statement. So let's get right into it and see what he's talking about. But first, make sure you like and subscribe to my page and comment below if you got any questions. Let's get into it.
The evidence is going to show that we are under some of the most vicious, lying, fabricating, fictitious government you ever seen. By the time it's all said and done, you will see who is the mass murderers in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida. You will know why what occurred on March 18, 2018 occurred. And the evidence is going to show that law enforcement.
Look how the judge and the black dude back there looking. They just looking like, man, first of all, why you got that on your head, bro? Like, you should have took that off your head. You coming to represent yourself, man. Let's get back into it.
Tampered with evidence to meet their such high burden of proof. Because originally, it wasn't enough. So we had to tamper with evidence. Since it was such evident already, but we still had to tamper with evidence. The evidence is going to show my son did not see me murder his mom. The evidence is going to show he did not see me shoot his mom. The evidence is going to show my son said many things that are not true. The evidence is going to show that I called 911 during Kenyatta Barron's 911 call. But all of a sudden, it ends up after I called Kenyatta, after Kenyatta Barron's call was made. Now I'm calling 911. But originally, I called 911 without even knowing she called 911 during her call. But the evidence is going to show that your representatives and law enforcement, local law enforcement, wanted to make it seem like I'm some kind of menace to society, and I ran after killing Kenyatta Barron knowing that authority was on the way to kill my own children. I wonder why I would do something like that for no reason. And I'm standing here competent as can be, representing myself today.
Now, if they did tamper with evidence, that's gonna be a big case. That's gonna be a big case against the law enforcement, and just alone that could probably. I'm not a lawyer, but that could probably help his case out if there were, because that could be inadmissible. Like, man, it could make the whole prosecutor's case inadmissible. So let's see what else he got to say.
The evidence is going to show my son did not witness me viciously beat his mom to death. The evidence is going to show my neighbor, Khalil Brown, whom they are trying to keep out of this trial, witnessed me take 3 strikes. The evidence is going to show that law enforcement and this administration wanted to make me look like a menace to society. So they added several mini strikes on that video and audio that you just heard. And they added several statements that I did not say.
You already know what you say will be used and held against you in the court of law. So you don't ever speak to the detectives anyways, because they're going to take it and twist it their own type of way. So that's understandable.
Anything that I may have said, they exacerbated it and made me say it consecutively over and over like Allahu Akbar, which I may have said once or twice, but they wanted to make me seem like a terrorist, and so you hear it 8 or 9 times, and you hear me calling Kenyatta Barron a bitch and a whore. The evidence is going to show that I called my dad after calling 911. But that call is all of a sudden missing from the T-Mobile records that we have acquired from T-Mobile. The 911 call that I made to 911 and the 911 call that you just heard cannot be proven that it was made, because after I called for an investigation of those 911 calls, all of a sudden they become missing from all evidence. The evidence is going to show Kenyatta Barron supposedly made a 911 call, but you cannot find that on her call log, which we pulled from her actual phone. They say she made a call at 11:43. There's no 911 call at 11:43 on her call log. All of a sudden, after I called for an investigation of the original calls. That's what the evidence is going to show. The evidence is going to show I look alone, but I am backed by a mighty God. evidence is going to show I love my children.
Look at the judge. Look at the judge's face.
And the evidence is going to prove to you that this whole entire case has been tampered with and fabricated before it's all said and done. I can guarantee you that. Mark my words. The evidence is going to show that they say, I said, come out here, son, and help me kill this bitch. But my neighbor, Khalil Brown, nor my neighbor, Mona Lisa Brothers Gray, or any of her children, Mia Thompson, or Gracie Diggs, or Mr. Gray, heard me say any of those things. In fact, the evidence is going to show that Khalil Brown heard me say, she killed me twice, and then nothing else. The CRA is going to show, for some of you who don't know what that is, that's the criminal report affidavit that the law enforcement lead detective Thomas Dirks is the author of. The evidence will show that in that CRA, I told the neighbor, don't come outside, call 911 now. But you don't hear that on this audio for some reason. But you hear all these other things that I did not say. That same CRA will have the statements of Khalil Brown saying that he saw me take 3 strikes with that shotgun and nothing else.
He's pretty
The
bad.
evidence is going to show that Mr. Harmon here says that that big chunk missing out of her arm was a bird shot. It was not a bird shot. And whatever kind of shot it was, if it was a slug shot or a bird shot, where's the missing pieces of her arm? The evidence is going to show you will not see any missing pieces of her arm in that closet where she was shot. You should see some evidence of.
I mean, he seemed like he kind of serious about it, y'all. Shit, I don't know. Shit, he looking people straight in the eyes. He had a lot of time to, get his case together. So it's hard to really say, man. Sometimes we go to the system and we already at a disadvantage. And then for him to represent himself, I guess he don't have the money, and he probably doing a better job than a public defender would have done for him. So, if what he's saying is true, we're just gonna have to see how it play out. You can't say that he guilty. Like Fox News, they sorry, they just straight partisanship. They're just already got a guilty plea on him. You feel me? he's not really saying whether he did it or whether he didn't do it, and he's not saying who did it or who didn't do it. You know, he's just pretty much, his case is that they tampered with evidence. They don't have proof that he did it, you know, and that his son can't prove that he seen him do it. So in the court of law, you gotta prove beyond unreasonable doubt. So let's see how it play out.
Remember, I told you the evidence will not show you that my son witnessed me beat his mom to death, nor did he witness me shoot his mom. In fact, he didn't witness much at all. And the evidence will show that my son said my dad shot my mom is the correct statement if you want to cite statements, if he even said it. Because I can guarantee you the evidence is going to show you we are under the most corrupt administration you've ever seen in your life. I guarantee you I wouldn't waste your time. I would have already took a plea deal of some kind if I knew I did something like this. Because most people don't even go to trial when they know they killed somebody unjustly. The evidence is going to show you who the killers are.
Hey, he got a right to due process. Look at the judge. Look at her, bro. What? She wigging out. Hey, he due process. Look, by law, shit, they can't rush him.
To the charges of premeditated murder, attempted murder, aggravated child abuse or battery, arson, resisting arrest without violence. And while I'm at that, the evidence is going to show that they tased me for no reason. But they tampered with that video because they didn't want you to know the truth. And it might sound far-fetched, but I guarantee you, we're going to see who the liars are before it's all said and done. Mark my words. Because my family lives were taken.
Man, I don't know, man. Dudes, I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to see how this one play out, man. 'Cause you got 12 jurors, probably all white. I haven't looked up to see if they white or black or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they're all white jurors. You know, with a crime like this, man, alleged crime like this, he gonna have to come with some hard, concrete evidence to support his defense. Because, man, that little boy even talking about that, the little boy saying that he seen it and he's saying that it was him that did it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I can't knock him, man. You proven you innocent until you proven guilty. Well, at the end of the day, he's not really saying who did it, you know. If you was there, or I think he did claim self-defense, you know, at a point, you know. But I mean, that don't. What about the child, though? Or is he claiming that the mother killed the child, the girl, and he killed the mother in self-defense? I guess we won't know that until, you know, it plays out some further in court, because I think I heard him mention self-defense. But this is a hard one, man. I think he should have cut his Kodak black hair off, you know, and they probably would have took him more serious. The holler and shouting, you know, shit, he defending himself, so shit, I'll holler and shout too if I was defending myself. That's shit, a lawyer gonna shout too if he defending you. So shit, I don't know. What y'all think? Just comment below if y'all think he did it, or if he guilty or innocent. You know, comment below, like, subscribe to my page, and we're gonna follow this until the end. We're gonna follow it. We're gonna follow it through. You know, that's it. So yeah, let's just see how it play out.